awesome stuff to do.
All right, let's try this one again. T1 on defense, PRX on attack, chamber 6 bullets. And the chamber is set up over towards C and can instantly get out of there with the trip here as well.
That's adorable, but
Or pass and push over towards B.
T1 completely evading.
And there is no sentinel util to get this. And the person holding this is the spike.
He's got a classic.
This is so bad.
The crowd.
Oh, the crowd. Did they give that one
so
away?
Many gasps and no's.
They have no idea, dude.
Tree being taken now as the toxic screen goes
Yeah,
up.
weird rounds. It's a classic 4-1
do have a couple of players from PRX
pistol.
watching the back. Excurate with his headhunter, 6 rounds. Pretty much a
The
sheriff.
4-1 with a chamber works
Walking all
really
the way
well, to be
through.
honest. I think they could lean into that on every single map.
Setting up the positions.
Okay, mate.
Saya
Nice
starts
shot.
things off
What
with
the?
a headshot onto Tavai.
That's the first shot of
Of course, now
the game.
everyone has to divert their attentions away. You never know who's lurking around the back. Something still sharp as ever, though, able to take down Saya. Excurate has been spotted. First headhunter shot whiffed. And something's just trying to play it safe, trying to play around the positions. Forsaken, unfortunately, getting taken out, though. And that's all down to Mind Freak. Still rounds left in the headhunter chamber. Goes back out, 2 players.
Nicely handled, yeah, very calm on this one. Rossi just getting off the spike and just helping his teammate out. Lovely shot from Saya to start it off, and Rossi did great. And another success for the 4-1 pistol push. It's in the high 80s, maybe even 90% win rate. It really is. I feel like every team pretty much should adopt it. It should get to the point where every team on attack is waiting for the 4-person push.
Something did a pretty good job of trying to buy a little bit of an extra angle, but it's handled perfectly by Rossi and Excurate. And then they find the right time to pull off. Really smart. They're expecting the reaggress because they know they have to stop the defuse timing. Knowing that Mind Freak's going to have to push that angle. Really well thought out there by Rossi.
Oh, what? Quick reactions.
Ag of the camera, shot through the smoke.
He does it all.
What is this game already?
I was just going to say, I mean, T1 was doing a great job. Rossi exceptionally with that sheriff. If he's that guy who's, you know, bringing the fun vibes to the whole team. And
That's a gun to pick up. The deeper smoke. The deeper smoke also blocks double vision, so they could have walked out, but
kind of
they get the gun upgrade.
No. I mean, he's got the outlaw, so makes it easy. Take down his brother. Forsaken goes down, but still, you get an upgrade in a Spectre. Ooh.
Oh, something.
Okay, and with this one though, he at least gets info. There's a lot of people here. Damn, 18 HP. He was getting spammed with the sheriff through that. They go fast, and it's looking like Jing is in the position to actually win the round. Let's see. Ah, that's my bad. I built that one up way too much. No armor on him, goes down instantly. Yeah, I went for something, right? I went for something. I regret it. Let's move on.
I could have gone a lot worse for T1. That opening pick kind of can send teams reeling sometimes, can kind of get in your head that nothing's safe, but Excurate very ready, and kind of a stuck peek there. Forsaken not jiggling at all, went for the angle. Something couldn't get underneath the mound. Rossi made him pay. Jing not able to win on his lurk, well accounted for.
What is this? Two gun rebuys? No, 1 gun rebuy, right, and 1 armor. Over, we good?
Gen.G up against them in
not
kickoffs,
too bad at all.
but Gen.G
We've
knew how to deal with
handled
it.
worse.
Trying to adjust to this, yeah.
Gen.G gave them a taste of their own medicine. They played aggressive and kind of were taking a lot of
Outlaw
confident
still
angles
here,
and
just a
pushes
straight
and
up
stuff like
bonus
that,
big
so
buy for
that
Paper
was-
Rex.
if you're confident
And
against
I like
Paper
the
Rex,
one way here, creates
it
pressure
can-
that
it can snowball.
theory it would go
Snowball a bit.
slower. And they
Damn,
try,
fast.
Damn.
Okay.
they try something similar to the pistol round.
Starting things off
3-person
with a bit
push
of
with
that
one
lurk.
waiting, one waiting,
of a
and that is
re-peek
some
and 2
lovely
kills.
shots.
So quick, collected. The rest of the team now pushing up. A little bit of mind presence to know that there could be more players trying to make this B play happen. It happened
it's
on
all about the
fifth round.
damage done.
Maybe T1's going to do it again. A is completely open after all.
So funny
Something
that,
pretty getting up towards
it's
heaven.
just such a
Good
classic
scope,
Paper
though.
X round,
Very
right?
good.
They get 1 kill. You would
Allows for
normally play
something
the
to play around
advantage.
the
Every other
positions. He's
team
got Jing ready
plays
with
the
paint shots
advantage.
as
He
well.
runs off
This
his
is a
team
good
or just
setup.
holds it. He
Could
just
be red.
re-swings
I mean,
and
this
gets
is kind of what
another.
Paper X likes
And
to
then
do.
he's just on the fastest flank
I know
ever.
what you meant. All right, Forsaken. He's on for the ace.
Okay.
Oh my,
Got
man.
the quad.
Yeah, I mean, sick round. It's their
This is
first big buy round.
round
It's
3.
one way of
T1's
doing
trying
it.
to play it safe,
Lovely
trying to do
shots,
what they
nicely
can
done.
do. But
The
then
confidence is still
Forsaken
here.
just comes up from behind. This is the same-ish
Gets another,
debut that
yeah.
we
He
saw
the
from
fact he gets 4 there is
Paper X
ridiculous.
last
The fact he
year
refaces to get
in,
a
the
second is
regular
also
season of
ridiculous.
East
But
Pacific.
like I said, rules don't apply to this team.
And that's kind of what you expect out of a player like
Like
Forsaken,
here, everyone
even if he's a bit
runs
under the
away.
weather. Not too shabby. Almost gets the ace here. Man, oh man. He is darn close.
Amazing. He looks good.
Hey, looks fine.
Apart from the fact that Jing is returning, another thing I think we
Okay,
haven't
and they
really
only
quite
managed
spoken
to,
about is the friendship
oh boy.
between Forsaken
Okay,
and
no time to
bromance.
talk. They go
Yeah.
super aggro. Raise
Ooh, that
committed.
spot.
The fade eye was incredible. Dude,
I
Saya
mean,
gets
that's gonna
another
be
one as
now
well.
T1 trying to fight in for this, but
Whoa,
Mindfreak is not
everyone's
gonna
getting
let
2
them go
kills
down
when I
without
don't
a
expect him
swing.
to get 2 kills.
Shrouded steps
Nicely
away,
done
they're
from Mindfreak to
definitely
get
aware
out of
it,
here.
But look at what's happening across the map too. Forsaken
Damn, Forsaken's just
through
taking
the
a timing
link,
every single
catches
every
Execute
single
from
moment. They're
behind.
really actually playing off the fact
Now
that the
so
chamber
much more
can't
space
have
being gathered. You've got that trip
too much
wire in
pressure
front
with
of
just the
Rossi.
trip.
He can't go through for free. Neural theft just reveals. And that's the go signal for Paper X to get the spike over on A.
Well, he's at least able to grab an orb.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to give him the Viper's Pit next round.
They get a good plant
One way
as
or
well.
another,
And
he's only
Rossi
got a
with the
He's
judge
not-
to
not
retake
gonna
this
go
one.
for this.
Forsaken's getting an orb too. We're all playing Pac-Man over here.
Great game. I think Forsaken is already showing off why I love to see him on this map on Cypher, because he's so tricky to deal with.
The mindfulness to, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
this
all
is a
over the
hard
place.
one.
He's really good at holding the C
West
site
kinda gun
sometimes.
for it.
It can be broken open, of course, but I really like the way he plays the Cypher. And Rossi, see if we can find any value out of this. I mean, the economy
Yeah, just going
is weak
for
for these 2
gun
surviving
upgrade.
players of Paper X.
Gonna
but
have 2 people here.
we have quite a bit of money.
Waiting for exits. He's got the judge. There goes the first. Fires off a second shot even before
Picks
he
up
sees
the op
Mindfreak,
as well.
and it does connect.
Yeah, that's actually
T1,
not too bad
although
at all.
Paper X picks up the round win,
There
Rossi
is the
walks
factor
away
of
with a
2
bag
people
full of
that, I
gold.
mean, 3 people that
That's
get a little
huge.
bit wrecked in
That's
terms
a
of the
lot.
econ. He
He's
only
able to
gets
recover the
1,000
op.
as well, so
Gets the Viper's Pit online, didn't even
might
have
have
to
to
die.
judge again, but he does have the
That's
pit.
a
If they
massive,
want to try and
massive
force this, it's
play
hard.
for
Everyone's sitting
Rossi.
about
Yeah, they don't get the
3k.
round win,
They got
but
an eco.
Viper's pit.
It almost feels like a loss for Paper X, like almost.
We'll see. Okay, so Mindfreak has From the Shadows available. Jing's 1 point away from the Showstopper. Something 2 points away from his Blade Storm. But on the other hand, T1
Right, Paper X with this one decide to go fast over towards C. They're going to avoid the AWP. There is 2 people here and 2 people that could potentially go through door fast. And we have a CB pinch on defense.
Doesn't quite connect.
Yeah,
Zap player in
60
a bit of a
HP, 70
tricky position
HP.
right now as Forsaken hunkers down.
Whoa.
Watches
The
out over
reload
on the tail
punishes
and
it.
captures onto
Made
2
Forsaken's
more
looking
players.
insanely confident.
B-site is open.
Knew there would be the reload, and he knew he could push through. Really smart play from Forsaken.
Jeez Louise, oh god. And now it's going to be the operator with the angle. Down goes Mindfreak. But down goes this
Yeah,
spike carrier as
vision
well.
block on
Sadly,
this
come
one.
back
3v5 into a very doable round. They get the spike,
Oh,
they
they've got
get
the
all of B. We've got a boombot as well. We've
The
got
spike
Viper. Oh,
drops.
we've got to look at
Viper's been
Forsaken.
out
He's
by
made
Rossi. They
the
know
instant
they should
decision
have
to
this
open the
round.
door, and he is
How
running
do you
all
push
the
back
way
in? Look,
around.
it's what's happening again. Forsaken. It's happening again.
I think Xcurate has a decent idea that his brother's doing this.
All right, all right. Well, I want to see how Forsaken does he check it? Do you know what your
He was
brother's doing?
holding this so early. He was expecting
Gonna be
this
a big
pathing,
twist.
right, instead of
They
the
got
one
time
heaven.
to really make sure that they're set up. Kind of come from all
Ooh.
3 angles at once.
Damn, bro, the mind games are
One
wild
shot,
right now. Forsaken gets a
kill.
perfect timing on
Now
it.
onto the
No
next.
way, look at
And
this
he's
guy
online
go.
for the
Oh,
ace.
Rossi's
right
gonna
on the
swing
edge of
before
it,
the
and
ult hits. That
Forsaken
is
just sprays
ridiculous. Is he
downtown.
on 11 kills?
Unbelievable.
For
What a game
5
he's already
rounds?
having.
11 to
11
4.
kills
Sick
in
rounds.
5 rounds.
Are you
Dude, he's
kidding me?
Just
insanely
blistering
confident right
stuff
now.
from Forsaken. Goodness. I don't know what Jing was doing there. That was a little weird. He had the toxic screen in front of him, and he went to try to plant with no cover. But you know,
had him marked.
I know.
Yeah, there's no doubt on his decision making. That's the thing,
Execute
and
knew.
his aim is.
Jing's just, or Forsaken's just better.
Unbelievable.
It's
And
a
the way
little
that he
laugh
was
to himself.
checking into the Viper's pit as well,
Okay, was this a
making
low
sure
buy
not to
though? Again,
over-peek out the
it was a
corner.
bit of
Rossi was
a
the one who walked into his
recovery
crosshairs.
from the free
And just tiny
5v3 that
little
went into a
timings
3v3.
allows Forsaken to capture that
Aggro
ace.
over towards A in
Next
reaction.
round.
T1 getting a little bit,
PRX has been really good at going towards
a
this
little bit
ace site.
aggro in B, man. Not too much.
T1 now, no longer aggressively pushing out of B. Forsaken goes back in for a bit of adventure on his own. Uses the cyber cage to set up the spy camera.
This was nice though, the
Does
bait of
not
the
expect
rifle,
his
so they
brother
don't
on
think the
other
ops
side.
here.
He only spotted it, went in for the camera tag. The
He
rest
has
of the
just
team,
been
though,
running
has
over
already made
towards
their
B,
way
so this
in,
makes a
but
lot of
because
sense.
this
The
smoke,
trades are
Side, they're
everywhere.
able to
Poor
take down
observer,
Jing,
man.
something
Everything's
in for a
happening
bit
at
of
the
a
same
trade.
time.
2 players remaining. You've got Noted, you've got the Blade Storm.
Oh my.
Comes down to sharp shooting. They know the angles.
Whoa.
Something's prepared for it. Snaps back onto
What
Izu's
is
head.
this server, man?
Triple
What
kill and
is
a
going
hat-trick
on?
now. He knows executed right around the corner too.
He's owned it.
Doesn't have the spike though, so this is just gonna come down to kills. Can
Absolutely
Execute
owned it. The crowd might give
be
it away.
accurate enough to outsnipe this. Watches down the angle onto towards stairs. It's taken a little bit too much time, so he brings back around. Catches something
nicely
just
done from
as he peeks
Execute.
out. The shot through the engine block, and T1 back 3-on-3.
Well, this is starting to look like a PRX match for sure. It is fast and furious.
That really
this
feels
time
like a
it's a
crowd
bait and
moment
switch
for sure.
Or Excurate. Nice
The
work
timing
there
was
with
incredible.
Izu to get his brother Jason to fall for it. Rossi holding that door nicely. Something almost takes this round. I mean, these huge multi-kills for PRX. You can see, wow, Excurate wants that. He's got that serious look on his face.
And off of the win, a timeout being called now by Coach Autumn, interestingly enough. They have an equalized score. They want to bring it to a bit of a
So
lead.
the spike, yeah, they could have been
are
up.
sensing that PRX, are coming in with a bit of an
Problem is
adjusted
anyone
strategy.
just holds down their mic for a little bit. You hear the crowd going wild in a random
This time
1v1 for
around,
the
you
moment.
always want to watch out for Forsaken on this lurk.
Yes.
Soundproof
I'm
glass
pretty
wall.
sure that's the
We
biggest
tried
part of
everything
this,
in
is
every
that
game.
they
It doesn't
can't
really
have
work.
Forsaken
You
just
at least
running
always
over their
feel
flanks,
rumbles or
just tearing them apart. And certainly for
some kind of change.
for Alex, he's probably
Comes the
trying to
sound.
get them a little bit more dialed in, trying to get them a little more disciplined because they're getting caught in some weird angles. Rossi's doing a good job finding some moments. So you got to be ready for Excure top. Got to make sure that you're not walking out in front of it. We saw it very early on.
This was a good timeout in terms of the money and just how important this round is. Got Razor, nice to follow it up. Backup gun of the judge.
So you got to be kind of more diligent. Some of the smokes and some of those things.
And
It is
at the moment,
going to be time
Excurate has
for
just
that
like a
2 or
personal
4s to come out.
assistant in
And
terms of
it's the double
Izu,
op
just
setup.
ready to
Side
shoot the
player
Sky
can pick it
Dog
up
or
as
ready
well.
to
We
shoot the
see that
camera
all
that
the
gets
time
thrown.
with T1 on this map.
Here goes the camera.
Very
Personal
potentially deadly
assistant.
stuff. I think
Forsaken,
there's also
not
been a
falling for it
call Forsaken to be
twice.
A little bit more
I say, with confidence.
careful about some of these corners where Excurate is definitely marking him. Something on with the judge, though, is a very interesting thing. They've managed to go in and flood down the B site. Spike has been planted.
If
Jing with the
Forsaken tries to
showstopper.
take a
Although it
timing
doesn't
through the
quite
one-way,
land,
Rossi gets
good bit of
traded.
damage. Rossi comes
And
in
it's
for
a
the
big
trade.
3-3.
Might
This is a
bring
nice
trades right
upgrade.
back.
Omen Flash is great.
Paranoia sent out by Izu as they try to push
And I'm not
back
sure they
out
even
from
think
the
the
door
Sai is
side.
here. Sai's been
Travis
silent
steps
the whole
into the
time.
smoke.
I say if
Now they're trying to play
something
around
goes
it.
and checks
Defy
it.
definitely hears this. Goes back in just to pre-fire, but the run and gun doesn't quite work out. Something comes back in off of the information just
And they
to
know he's
try
low. And they're like, what?
collect on the
Whoa!
kills. Oh, quiet
Oh,
Saya
my.
player connects the shot, swaps over the classic, and lands a great old one on
No
Mike.
scoped him.
Is that a no-scope?
Yep.
Just point-blank op. Absolutely bonkers stuff. The
Well.
pace of play is insane.
Planted.
I mean, this is just, oh no, the one-way Forsaken there. Just walking right underneath it. Yep. Yep.
Damn, a right click like that as well. Why did all the bullets look like they hit the head?
That's why, I mean, Silent Player still is that duelist that can always step up if needed.
And in theory, that was the run that put them down to an eco, but because they had the judge and they didn't pop the knives, they take the hit of the Bulldog, they're missing no util. And it's not too bad at all, they have the knives.
This is shaping up to be a bit of a challenge for PRX.
Personal assistant Izu is on his own this time. No chamber to set up. And he's going to straight up just accept that the site is gone.
To lead the way, trying to play off the back of these Seekers.
T1 are just trying to respect PRX as well.
Lovely Omen flash, yeah, but he got into the position in the corner. Did great on this one, and they felt like they needed to get some map control. Maybe they're scared of the retake. Might have been due to this ult, who knows.
You got the showstopper, the rocket at the ready, and it does land.
What a strong retake this was. Obviously they went aggro and it made it look easier, but damn, everyone's getting involved. 1, 2, 3 armory buys, that's it. This is strong.
T1 moves forward.
Yep, flawless.
Rossi gets the ult as well, on his way to another ult. Then another ult, fast ult. Wait, no, it is another ult, right?
Is having a good read on when they can strike, when they can get in some angles. PRX isn't expecting it.
Used it on B earlier.
Problem that you see sometimes with PRX. I mean, Jing was trying to do something about it, but shot out of the air by Izu.
That's a little Jigo here as well.
For T1, they are already forcing that timeout. I don't blame Alex here. He needs to right the ship and right it fast.
Been a lot of timeouts early here.
Maybe get them to work the map a little bit more. Maybe see if they can put the tempo down a little bit.
Yeah.
Get Forsaken to not walk in front of his brother's op.
What are you gonna do? I mean, they're brothers.
It is, yes. It is hard when you like know each other so well like that. Like day to day, you're just like, who's gonna have the better read on the other?
But I think it's also, I mean, they do have these strategies, they do have the set plans, but sometimes, perhaps, PRX things, you know, you mentioned the tunnel vision overheating a little bit. They had the spike down on C.
Yeah.
No real
he's talking for like the whole minute there, pretty much.
Pushing out all that far. You can admire the idea for Jing to try to go in for a trade, but after that, you know, without the numbers and the showstopper coming in from Sia player, it was just a bit of a tough round.
I mean, I'm sure in his mind, he's like, well, if I can just get towards their spawn and get to that raise before the raise gets the showstopper out, then I'll look like a genius. But that's PRX, right? Like, this is the way they play. It is high octane.
Yeah, T1 keeping up their tradition of having very good defense halves for this comp.
I don't mind the idea. I do a little bit want to see Jing pull back there and then play a little bit further back, but it's going to be tough no matter what with that showstopper in play.
That's why it's a little bit of a tough position to be in, but at the very least, you can say that they have forced the hand of T1.
Yeah, economy's not great for PRX. They had to invest just about everything they had into this round, and it still came up short. It's still a Guardian and a Bulldog.
Okay. Forsaken still lurking.
Hit blocked by the dog. I saw it on the minimap.
The protocol's in towards C.
It looks like they have good positions for the afterplan on this one. Double on top of this, that's very strong. Mind Freak still has Omen Flash as well. They get into sight without using an Omen Flash. We've got to keep an eye on this. We're going to open the door, create pressure, and then these three are going to make sound. Oh, I say they're already making sound. Door goes in, Flash goes out. This is lovely from them. Didn't feel comfortable to kind of help him out because the door was open. He opened the door, then TP'd away, great pressure, and then he's back over towards Waterfall. This is nice from T1.
Watch out for Mount. Trades coming in, and the timer still ticking away. A bit more of a standard round as Jing, alongside Mind Freak, do their job and bring down this spike.
Still thought that was pretty cool from T1. I like some of the stuff they did here, but PRX honestly just saved too much util in terms of the afterplan here. They got into sight for free.
In that previous round. Don't go too crazy. Get the plant down, then settle in.
Enough people died that this is a really important round in terms of the econ, in terms of the money. Got 3 people on each side that can't buy next, no matter what. They lose.
Having a really nice one. Getting 3 big kills. Just isn't quite enough. Excurate with that op in a rough position towards the end. And there was some good movement there from Jing. Didn't overcommit to that angle. Didn't give
Instant Omen Flash over towards B.
Cyber cage up again. We're back into that same C strat. T1 trying to adjust around it.
Right, over towards A from B.
Now with Rossi and Izu, side player joining the team.
Looks like we're just straight up sending it into C, and
Izu out of the air goes something.
fully plucked.
I'm curious, but he definitely got that shot. Now Paper X has to rethink their decision. We can't quite go into C any longer.
Yeah, this is not. They've overstacked it, and then on this.
Oh,
Forsaken again.
Oh, extra minimap check or something, or maybe just the reposition.
Not able to fire off his operator. Mindfreak on
And
the
he
lurk
hits all the
this
rotates on this one,
This is how
all
you play
three,
Lotus.
perfect timing.
You've got
Make the
neural
comms
theft as
out.
well,
Dude,
but
look at
Rossi
Rossi.
coming back in to
Nah, this guy's
investigate.
on top of
Great
everything.
awareness. With the op now, though, picked up from his brother. Not quite able to flick back
you're gonna
over.
lose this.
He wide swung that angle, opened himself up to 2, and had to check.
Oh man, 2-on-4. Jing has
Whoa.
the showstopper.
Okay. Well,
Doesn't
all
need
I
it
have to do
yet.
is say that again. Jing has his ult as well. They pop Seekers. They know they're both heaven.
Both
Jing
players
pops
able
his
to
ult.
do so
Did they hit the
much. Now
TP
just
down?
Pulls out the showstopper for a bit of security. Tries to
Nicely
flash
done
back
from
away to
T1 in the
safety
end.
or
Big
hop
shout out
away
to
to
Rossi.
safety,
He did
but
great on this one.
Izu
I mean, Divide made this
playing off
doable.
of his teammate, gets the information and plays the position to perfection. 6-4, T1. The adjustments for both sides are great, but T1 still feeling that lead.
Well,
Oh,
jeez Louise,
what?
Izu. Absolutely
That
bonkers.
looked
I don't know
way
how
better
Rossi
from his
read
POV
that.
than I thought it
That's
was.
insanity. I don't know if there was an accidental footstep or sound given over by Mindfreak.
What even is that
Tremendous
though?
awareness there. And Forsaken, again, we're seeing these problems where Paper X just starts to push more and more and more space on the map.
Dude, that's something
gets
we
to be too
never
much too
like.
far,
I'm trying to
and
think if I
Forsaken
ever
just
saw it.
pulls
Like
back
I
and
would
holds a
maybe see
different angle.
accidental stuff like that
Doesn't
in
offer
like
himself
in the first 2
potential
years
angles
of
that he
this
has to
game.
worry about.
He
That's what ends up
fully
costing
just
him.
went for the
Timing.
pre-fire of the dash. I don't think I've
too
ever, I
much.
mean, I've seen it
T1
a few
exercising
times
that
in like the
patience.
past year, but not much. I never saw it in the first 2 years. Teams
Now
like people
adjusting
are.
to another site.
The
He
skill
has been
level is
blocked
just
off
so
by the
crazy
Viper
right now.
Rossi. So in towards A. Trying to play around the door. You've got that Prowler being sent out. Something just trying to land a shot. Holds the position. Good swing.
Punish
now
the
coming through.
reload. That's a big kill from
But at
Excret.
what cost? You still got stairs.
While that's happening,
to worry
Forsaken trying to
about.
take timing over towards
Izu doing a
middle.
good
Gets
job
hit
at
by the
anchoring.
trip.
Despite, still calling him a bit of a rookie, he is providing that impact. X here now
Nice,
landing
man.
these shots.
Down A.
Fast.
Mindfreak trying to buy all the time he can. Forsaken got one.
Forsaken's got to watch out for Rossi.
Player
Oh,
standing.
Good dig. Execute with the shorty.
What
jumping
a sick,
over.
sick round from Excret.
Wow.
Holy man, give me this replay. That was a lovely round from him. That second shot was great.
knows.
The
He knows.
tried to get the jump
He's
shot
been
and
pretty
then
good at
hit him as he
reading.
was running out.
Just because he's losing to his
fast.
brother sometimes in the duels doesn't mean he hasn't read it pretty damn well.
This is what I'm talking about. When you have someone on
Good
chamber
grasp
that is this
coming in
good,
From T1.
I love it. I mean, but one of the concerns I have, and this is something I mentioned at the beginning, is that
One enemy
if you
remains.
leave these sight lines open for X
all
Great
those shots.
to pop off with the op, he's gonna knock you down. And they're not smoking off that stairs angle.
7 on the defense
Or at
side
least,
of
they're not
Lotus.
finding the right timings after smoking it off.
I
that
did say in my
X Great isn't allowed
pick'ems
to
this would
punish
happen,
it.
I'm pretty sure.
They
That
are
Lotus would
on
be
a
here,
buy,
but then I
they
still went for
are on
Paper
B.
X. We'll see if that one happens, but yeah, seeing it in real time, it doesn't fill you with confidence. Oh man, it's a lovely fade ult as well to allow this. Can't hear him running, so you can go close.
It stills the rest of the T1 squad with so much confidence.
Minus
that they just
80,
push
so it's
out,
body shot on the
decimate
fast guy, just
Paper X.
insta kills.
And it's this toxic screen that cuts off the frontline players of Paper X again, and they don't have any ability to help off the back of it quick enough, and so you lose your 2 duelists.
The
onto
squad's
that.
been, split in half because of this.
We saw it earlier. Jing died trying to plant the spike, but they're still able to recover the round. But this time, I don't. It's going to take some heroics from Dubai and Mindfreak.
Last player standing.
Not today, not for now, as we near the end of the first half. An 8-4 shaping up for T1.
Yeah, and this one's just way too
I mean,
much.
just think about how it happens
Gotta
again.
go try and get a kill, and T1 very
got
much
all of
know
these
that he has to
players
go
from the
get a
side of
kill.
T1, and they are just
30 seconds
prepared to toss all of these
Oh, I like that. They ping that angle for him to pre-fire,
Haymakers
maybe?
against PRX,
Or
that
like pre-aim?
Nightfall, the toxic screen that you were mentioning.
Or they were just saying
Beaver
about
Vin, and
something that someone likes to play him.
now
I'm
the
not
rest
entirely
of them
sure.
just collecting on
It's a
these
free
kills.
plant, double
How
flash.
fast
Oh
they
boy.
start swarming. Poor Devi.
Alright, able to get the first.
Yeah, it's the
He
overwhelm's
knew
too
that
good
one
here.
was coming in from defender
Lovely
spawn,
half
that's
from
why he turned
T1.
around,
8.
but yeah, 3 players coming out from Mound. 8-4 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, this is great stuff from T1. All it took was that one time out. They were pretty well on track after that.
Other players from PRX,
Here.
there's still a little bit of an adjustment period.
Frenzy out.
Yeah, there's
PaperX
very few
have
rounds
been
that
doing a
T1
lot of
was
4-1
completely fooled.
pistols. Do they want to do
read
something
things
similar?
pretty well for the most part. Took some pretty spectacular
Might
plays.
be something similar in terms
PaperX,
of
to really dislodge
4-person
Excurit.
push and
He's
then
12 and
info.
6. He's having a phenomenal half. Saya player 12
Maybe a
and 8, Rossi
5-person
11
push.
and
Yeah,
7.
they're changing up on the
Isu
fly.
99, but some of those
3-person
kills
C,
Isu has gotten
2-person
have
B.
been really
And they can have
flashy.
info in terms of
So,
camera and
you
trip.
gotta
And
like
this
what you're
might be
seeing
the
for
good
T1.
camera that you can't see
And
from
now
any of
over
these
to the
angles.
attacker side. Again, generally this map, that's the side you're going to favor. A lot of work to be done by
I
PaperX.
work well
looking
here.
for some kind of
Problem is, it's all about the sky
hit
flash,
here. They're just going to push.
which they turned.
Wow. Oh, I don't know how Grace is going to work out. Something able to trade off for
down,
Jing,
C.
but unfortunately that Sheriff has been dropped. Excurit
Yeah,
on the
Excurit
other
was
side,
so on top of
marking
this
pillar.
one. But do they expect the Omen
Able to
behind?
capture onto
Nope, not a
Forsaken.
chance.
Mind Freak on the other side with the classic. Just peeks out
Oh.
at the right time, but goes in for the reload.
Really bold.
And Rossi just capitalizes. Something now with the swings, and all of a sudden Rossi, cold and alone, feels the pressure.
The heal
needs
on
to get
pistol
the
might
spike
make the
down
difference.
At the very least, he has the timing for it. But PaperX has the numbers.
Sheriff going to be grabbed by Devi, able to get a big chunk of healing. That could be a very, very important factor into how this round plays out. But PaperX
Couldn't be, couldn't be further away.
This is going to take some time, and now they realize, uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. So if you were in Rossi's shoes in this very situation, you can sense the timing of which PaperX might take to rotate over back onto C. He's going to make use of this. There are some pings across the map.
He's going to hear the footsteps, so...
Whoa!
The widest swing in the world.
Something
A
with
nice
the
try from him.
swing, just the widest peak.
He never
Streams
stops running.
all the way over to the right. Let's Devi end it.
There's that after image again. Trying to keep up with that. That's hard, man. I mean, you know, you expect him to stop, right? At some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
he
really
just keeps
expect
going.
you really expect him to stop, but his
expect him to try to
teammate was
shoot
pretty
back.
far behind, so he just carried on
You gotta
going.
stop to get the aim steady to this game. Devi is just waiting. He knows it.
We're having fun.
That's all.
Not really, man. It's just PRX things. Every other team would try this. They would get like 4 rounds.
Tucks and hides underneath that box where he actually is able to peek out and collect on a few more kills.
Yeah, there's these extra layers to what
There's maybe a few
PRX
teams
does
that might be able to do it just because of individual skill,
tricky,
make
right?
it look a little bit alright, but
it feels like they're
this
kind of just
PRX.
W keying at you. Like obviously that's their motto, but they actually kind of don't at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like like somebody's gonna W key at you, but there's plans behind it. Like you can see in that pistol round, right? Something's pushing way out there, but he's quick to react to be like, "Oops, I
and someone else can
overdid
do it. They could do it, but they wouldn't do it.
He can piece out, but then there's the
Because
other side of it
they would
coming,
just
and then there's another
value
layer
being
to it,
able
'cause
to
like you
play a
said,
bit fundamentally
Forsaken
better
there,
in
and then
terms of the
Mind Freak as
util.
well, and they hide it. So there's actually a lot of strategy that goes into what PRX does. People kind of meme on this team, and it kind of makes me a little bit upset in a way because there's actually quite a bit going on underneath the surface. They're sort of like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a
It
good
is a
analogy.
little bit like that.
Maybe
Nice and
like,
slow.
that's not good. I was gonna say a duck. You know how ducks are like really smooth
Like that.
on
It's
top of the
okay, but it
water?
would never
Okay.
look
Looks
great
like
on
they're just,
anyone else,
You
basically.
know, like, and then
Right,
underneath,
just floating.
but underneath it's like
they're actually paddling.
Yeah, but it's not quite right. That's not good enough.
I'll take it actually. Yeah,
All
Or there's that picture of the iceberg where like underneath.
Yes.
Yeah, there's actually a lot
It
more.
looks shallow, but it's actually quite deep. I think that's better. I like yours
Precisely.
better.
No, I like the duck.
Who have I got for this game? In my pick'ems, I said
You know, I didn't even occur to
that
me
it's
until just now.
2-1 to
But yeah, I
PRX.
mean that's exactly what PRX has. but
because
whether or
T1
not
were
they can
always gonna
actually
win
convert
Lotus,
that
pretty
pistol
much.
win into even more
I'm pretty
rounds,
sure that's what I went
still
with.
something that we have yet to see because
And then it's went with
another thing
Jing
that they're always
vibes.
known to do is to sometimes overheat
Was
a
my
little bit
train
too
of
much.
thought.
T1
Still kind
definitely
of
shows
on.
that,
I mean,
today they have a lot of these
still on the
set
same
plans.
page of
They
it.
have a lot of counter strategies and prepared against PRX.
Yeah, and T1 is happy to brawl too. Like if that's what it comes down to, then T1's got the players to do it.
It's the beginning
No
of
doubt.
Valorant. Who are the best
And then they are
mid-round
just as
IGLs?
capable
I mean,
mechanically.
it's like
So it's just a matter
it's
of getting
the
yourself in
usual
right places at the
suspects,
right
man.
time,
It's like
reading
Sadak,
things correctly.
FNS,
So the first half,
Boaster.
absolutely
You
they
can
had
add
a good
John
read.
QT in there these
Absolutely,
days
this
in
is a
terms
map
of
that
what we've
T1
seen as well.
has always been favoring since this new roster was put together. You can
It
see
is.
why. And I mean, obviously,
It's
Xcurious a
the-
big part of it on that chamber. He
The
has
normal
so many
crew that we talk about when we
sidelines and
mention
options
IGLs.
to really utilize that agent to its fullest. And I'm thinking maybe some other teams should look into it.
Yeah. I mean, you can really see how they
Angel?
use that operator a
Angel
lot.
for the
Chamber
4v5
especially.
calls, probably.
And we're always talking about how we want to
Yeah,
see
for
more
sure,
teams pick
Angel
up
as
the
well.
chamber, maybe Ye back on it. We haven't seen it so far, but Xcurious is one of these players alongside Laz who have definitely shown us how to make use of this, how to use that rendezvous with the trademark, and he really puts himself in these positions where he marks a lot of these angles, and it makes it a little bit oppressing for some of the PRX
Angel, you get
players
the entertainment
to
factor as well.
peek out
That's very
unless
true.
they kind of have an idea that he's around the corner.
Yeah, but again, PRX doesn't account for it enough, right? To be fair,
First
you
thing
know,
did
it's
the
hard.
one round with the
It's
ace.
hard. Yeah. It's hard. Like, because like eventually you're gonna run out of utility.
How the
You know what I
bleed
mean?
look?
If
They tried
Xcurious is
some.
disciplined enough, there just
They
isn't
tried
enough
some different
utility
comps and it
available
didn't
around
look
to
too
deal with them.
comfy.
That being said, I still felt
Normally
like
the
there were a few
different comps are at
opportunities
least
for
good for a
PRX to do
one
little
and
bit
done.
more to try to make them uncomfortable. Whatever,
They
it's neither here nor there. But
didn't even
I think a lot of teams can run chamber on this map.
give them that.
I mean, obviously, yeah, Laz is the first one that comes to mind. You can still kind of do the same kind of things that T1 does. Throw the double operator, throw it over to depth. Look, I think chamber's just fine on most maps. I think Ascent is about the only map where I'm just like, well, I think you're mostly better off playing a Killjoy no matter who you are.
But can we see my pick'ems? It's on YouTube. Maybe someone can link you.
I mean, Alex did
Maybe
hint
I can link you.
during
I don't.
the desk that they do have a chamber comp somewhere.
Who's
Trying to
gonna
think
be,
what map it could be. Bind maybe, but
who's gonna be the one playing the chamber?
I think Forsaken.
And I kind of wish I had a Chef Toke here next to us so that I can, I'm cooking.
Well,
Forsaken chamber versus Xcurious chamber.
I mean, that would be. That's just a dream. I mean, that's everybody
this should be
in the world will lose their mind, and
Wait,
that's okay. That's a good
only
thing.
my link,
I mean,
I think.
because then I think Something plays a lot of Gecko, so you can do that on Bind. So you can play Chamber, you can play Jing on the Rays, Something on the Gecko, Divide on the Sky,
There you go.
and then
You good?
Chamber.
yeah, Mind Freak, yeah, and then Mind Freak.
Be the
on
one there.
Or whatever you want to
It's
do.
been posted already? Well,
I don't know.
I was too busy searching
You
for
never
it.
quite
I missed
know, but
everything.
The fact that there is that
The
possibility
effort level is
always
what
a lot of
matters.
fun. And it just makes you think, how much PRX has prepared for this, how they're gonna get Jing back into peak form.
1 hour
for
tech
this
pulls?
roster to take on the
Maybe.
whole of East Pacific.
Could you imagine somehow T1 get
And I
another
can
6
tell that Jing
hours?
is uncomfortable. Like, you can tell
It
that
looks so
Alex
good
wasn't
now.
just messing around
This
during
bomb's
the-
coming in? Okay.
during the
It's
interview.
fine. This was short in comparison.
It does take a little bit of time. I mean, I'm sure Jing is just, you know, still reacclimating.
Before Eco comes out
country,
on this, we get a we get a Sheriff, we get a Frenzy, we get a Outlaw to potentially farm up.
Well, it is going to be Jing with the Outlaw here. You kind of expect the Vandal and the Outlaw to be swapped between those two players, so kind
The
of
Omen Flash.
idea coming through. T1's going to try to flood. Only one.
He's going to hit everyone if he uses it.
Just in terms of preference of players
No need.
and the positioning that they have.
No need.
PRX has the right
Nicely done.
setup
Divide
as
3 away
T1
from his
tries
ult.
to
Solid
barrel
cleanup.
through, but
1
Divide
armory, 2 armory buys, 1 gun rebuy.
shovels them down. It's going to be PRX, of course, coming back in. Now Mind Freak, a little bit more money.
Is this the glass cannon?
I say
We saw
rebuy.
this
I guess
earlier
it's
not
just
go
a
so
Sheriff
hot
and then
for bleed. And,
for the
yeah,
bonus. We get the
Exterior's
op,
gonna
no
stick
armor
with it,
coming
looks
out in the
like.
chamber.
Jing there, just a little bit off on that second shot does kick.
Remaining.
Outlaw can be a bit of a mule.
In we go.
So decent weaponry available for PRX, but this might catch him a little off guard. Oh my
Holy
God,
hell,
that
they used a lot of util for this.
Oh,
Managed
scary.
to evade all of it. But it's still enough information to know that primary forces of PRX
They
are
go
around
all
the
the
A
way
site, so
through.
the go signal
Guide
towards
Dog,
C.
3
Forsaken
people
has to
following
stay
it.
tucked away. He's got some
Forsaken.
of these cages, he's got some trips, but is it going to be
Uh-oh.
enough to deal with the full forces of T1?
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Saya
And with the door, they're
flashback
really
lead,
going to start
able to
focusing.
take him down.
Oh,
What?
Something
Who?
through the smoke. A bit of a skewer and 2 hits just get pierced.
Oh, they're so
Now,
close
3
as
of
well.
them, remaining
And one
T1
gets into
players
sight.
pushing down
And
into
it's not a
defender
good plan
spawn.
for them.
Exker's got
This
the
guy's gonna
operator,
kill everyone.
able to make use of it.
What are the other guys doing? Am I missing some util here?
He's trying to be vocal about what he needs. The rest of the team trying to come back into support, but
Holy
Shane just
hell.
with the patience to tap on the brakes a little bit. Hide inside of this dark cover provided by Mind Freak.
I mean, this is
And
defused
sticking
there.
the defuse all the way through.
Bro,
Exker
what are
has
the
to
other
peek
2
out,
doing?
but
The plan and the
that's
after
just
plant
the
was so off.
that you're afforded when PRX takes
Plan and
you
after
to
plant was
school.
so off. It was a plant here,
Bonus
and the
round
2 people
collected.
went over
I mean, I'm
towards
just-
heaven and just left
I'm
the chamber on
speechless.
site.
Sometimes I feel after I feel like I've seen it all with PRX. Something does this.
I mean, that was
Like
mental that he does that to
Please
even make this
explain.
one a close round.
Please explain.
Remaining.
It's unreal. A
That
great
is
post plant there
ridiculous.
from Mind Freak, holding in that
But yeah,
smoke.
T1 really messed
And
up
then
over
when-
towards C here.
I think when Excurate switched back over to the op, it might have
I guess they got a little bit unlucky that it's a full
barrel,
person
and
push
it's
from
so
behind,
long.
but
Yeah.
And it does cost them going
he
into
still
that
just
early
left this
op,
guy
and he
out
found
on
a
an
good kill, but
island.
The rest of the team not really able to adjust. I mean, again, it's frankly kind
And
of
then
unfair when
X-Script buys a
something
little bit
didn't
heavier
happen.
into this because no matter what, he's going to have his ult next round. Saya
Just a little
gets
bit of an unfortunate timing for T1, you know, and just
Marshall out.
great plays from something to go around.
Speaking of the
board
next
at
round,
the
it could
right
get a little
time,
bit
but
wild. A lot of people
whatever it
close to
is
their
now,
ults.
Prowler being spent,
Something's
just
going for it again,
deal
opens
with
the door, this time
tripwires.
with an
They
op.
know that Forsaken's right around the
Of course,
corner. Didn't
it's so
quite
funny that he
expect it to
shoots
peek out
there.
at that time, though. Takes down Carpe.
If he didn't get 2 before, he doesn't take that
Issue
shot.
with a Sheriff able to cut down Forsaken at his knees. And now it's down to the rest of PRX to try
They managed to
to
pick up the spike. We've got to keep
recover
an
from
eye
this
on the
initial
X-Script luck that's been happening all the way
assault.
from A while this has been going on.
Oh, Jing.
Oh, tries to peek out.
Whoa.
Great patience.
X-Script still on the
Whoa.
benefit flank. Able
What?
to catch on to Mind Freak. The rest of the players, PRX still up the front.
Damn, he jiggles this.
Something
Whoa.
with the operator
Okay,
to land a
that
shot,
is
but
an
X-Script
outrageous round.
already knows where to look. Jing, feeling a bit of the pressure, tries to hop away. Has the paint shells, he spends it.
That is a
entire
next
site
level
engulfed in
outrageous round.
smoke.
One
Easy
of
with
the
the
best I've
stinger
seen
is
for
the
a
one
while.
who ends his
How has
life.
he managed to get that kill? Then he
Chaos.
jiggles the fact that the op might be
the
there.
best word to describe
Then he
this,
wide
chaos.
swings and gets a 1-tap,
that
and
you
then
wouldn't
kills
have
up
any other way
kills the
playing
other.
against PRX.
No kidding.
I mean, Forsaken
That's
loses that
crazy,
battle.
first
Again,
of
a few
all.
timing
Jiggles
things
that.
Just go the wrong way
Oh man,
for PRX. And
huge
T1
round
is
for
so
him. The
quick
only
to
person with a
punish.
hero gun
X-Current
as well.
looking like his
Hero gun
brother.
buy pays off. Does he
Remember his
throw the
brother
gun
just
over
running
and does he
people over
ult?
on the other side of the map, winning duels? You don't think he's gonna have any business winning, and he just does it right back to him.
For
Insane.
sure. I mean, he instantly knows, again, like, where to post himself up, where to mark these positions. He plays around the timing of the rotations, timing of the peaks from some of the opposing team's players. Another thing that I do want to point out is, interestingly enough, T1 has these setups on the C side where they make use of Rossi and Izu's smokes. You got that poison cloud
Score? Yeah.
right next to Izu's dark cover, and it just provides that much more, you know, it's a lot more oppressive for a player like Jing to have to peek into them.
No doubt. You're absolutely right. That was a really rough spot for Jing. He's trying to do what he can to use his paint shells to clear that space that you're talking about. But
okay, knife's pretty close, so next round, even though the money's wrecked, I might be able to get an okay loss bonus. T1 really want to try and get a few in a row, especially with this money. We do throw the gun away. We have double op. Saya with the op,
most of the PRX players are
and
1 point away
Extrat's going to pop his op.
His rocket. And is that enough?
That is pretty much on the head.
You can't really just blind showstopper against a player like X.
Jing goes down to 77. Yeah, and this makes this line a death spiral, so you can't really cross over towards A with rubble, I guess, without any movement ability. Omen Flash goes in. Skydog, he's not going to send it through though. 25 HP. Team has no heals on this one.
The rest of PRX are thinking.
Meanwhile, Sire is solo trying to take the jewel over towards B. He peeks before the boom bomb.
The op is now dropped.
Jing actually caught Carpe for quite a bit of damage on that showstopper. Only 25 HP left. No way to heal that up. Gonna have to try to bully your way through. X-Curate.
Stairs though.
Yeah, Devi's got to be so careful.
Izu's they're trying not to tell PRX what they're doing. Now that the dark cover comes up, though, PRX definitely
the contact there.
The jump peek. Can't do that too often now, but Devi peeks out at the right time. Slays 2, looks for the third.
He so went for a no-scope there. After he hit that shot, he so went for the no-scope. What is that shot, though? Nicely done from Devi on this,
Uncle Devi getting it done there. Great timing.
Some of these rounds are insane.
Uncle, so I'm allowed to as well. That's my logic there. I mean, this is just great timing from him to find this. You know, that's first of all a great shot from X-Curate.
Oh, it's so fast, yeah.
Jiggle peeking something.
I had to wait for the boom ball then.
Timing here to get two flashes immediately.
Lovely jump from him as well.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant individual play from Devi that wins that round. That's, you know, he's.
Yeah, and does force him down
so
to eco.
So
they got
I love to watch him play it.
Kind of looks like Alex almost lost his.
No way! Wow.
Lovely shots, man. This server again. As every game I watch, just mad duels. Nicely done. They put a good amount of ult into this though.
The Seekers, Forsaken, 2 kills from that Phantom. X-Curate, the only one left, comes back in to trying to retrieve the spike, but he's got so many targets. There is that Jing movement.
Nicely done from
What
Jing.
a return.
Love it. It's just. Like coming back
He's dancing as well after.
You know, like,
okay, they get the op out. Where is
I
feel like I need a timeout, man. It's all so fast.
Absolutely nuts. This push out on the back of these Seekers. I mean, this is what I love about PRX when Devi is on the Sky is the way they play off his utility. Saw it way earlier in this half when they pushed out from A and followed his Trailblazer. That time you saw it with Seekers.
3 people that can't buy
setting
next.
Up his duelist with flashes.
Back up is still here.
Flashes.
So hey, Lotus comps without Viper. Yeah, normally, but I'm telling you, PRX, it just doesn't matter.
Individual players all across, and
they're allowed to do what they want. The bait comes in, no one expecting it. Lovely Omen Flash hits the only person that wasn't only Omen Flash.
Still safe enough. The door swung open. Forsaken finds his own frag. Spike dropped, and it's T1, you know, not able to quite commit into this.
Yeah, it's a strong bait.
They're gonna have to change directions. I don't really think you want to mess with this C site, but they may think about waiting it out, seeing if they can get some rotates out of PRX. PRX, they can be a little bit antsy, but they can spread themselves a little bit thinner. They can put Jing over on B, keep Devi at A, just to keep eyes on it. But I think this is the right read here from T1 to try to go over towards A. You still have the
Flash went over towards A, but
and that's why I think part
didn't
of
hit anyone.
PRX is spreading the map.
They're gonna
like
keep this double stack.
Some of that attention paid over there.
Yeah, they wanted to get some map control, I guess, or some kind of information.
Great punish.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds
Maybe not
now.
needed.
They have to go in, but Mindfreak,
Lovely shots, holy.
And
why would someone be pushing in the smoke if there was someone back aside like this?
3 more skulls. As T1 drops to the ground, it's 10-9 now. PRX
Everyone is
has
taking
won 3
turns
rounds in a row.
of
The
having
streak is starting
sick
to build.
plays. You could literally make
Remember when I said I
a
had the PRX
frag
script?
movie out of
They
this
start
game.
slow,
One enemy
then
remaining.
they come back. It is the way of the PRX, my friend.
This is the way.
This is the way. It's just
Even
it's just
last year,
amazing.
this was a really
And now you
entertaining
got
matchup.
an
I remember
outlaw
it.
here, knowing that it's going to be a weaker buy with the Blade Storms as well for something.
I feel like
Love
these two
this
teams
little
just deliver.
cheeky purchase.
It's all across half armor. It's just such great game sense and awareness. The toxic screen, you know, might just give them a bit of a leg room, but there's that shot. Try stop draft away,
The
but not too
stinger,
bad with the
the
stinger.
stinger
Carpe will be able
finishes
to
off
gun him
him
down.
from back there as well. The Omen's close, but they know the Omen was involved because the Omen flash came here early.
Wow, committing
Fatal
into
goes
this.
in, only hits
Side
one.
player
No
down
prowler
5
to follow it
HP, though.
up,
have
but they
to
see
be
that
a
it's
little
back
bit
here.
careful. At least the trails will alert them as to
With
where
the
some
plant,
of
they
these
get
PRX
Viper.
players are positioned, but they had no idea. A couple more coming through
Big
the
Joe.
door, and that's gonna be
Mind
T1,
Freak again,
unfortunately
back to
not
back,
quite
huge
able to
impact.
secure it.
Lovely
They
rounds.
had the Viper's Pit up and everything. You could see
He
the
did great
idea
as
that
well
they wanted to go for, but
Get out of here early.
fortunately, just
TP
not
up as
quite
well. Wait for the
able
molly,
to
jump back
deal
down.
with this aggression from PRX.
Well, and I think that's part of what PRX is waiting for their timing on this retake flood. They know that they're trying to get that Viper's Pit online, so they know who's planting it. They know what the idea is, and then there's that timing after he plants it where he has to throw the Viper's Pit down. That takes a couple seconds. That's a perfect opportunity to exploit the timing there. That's just brilliant. Actually, that's
Exactly.
really smart
B?
from PRX, guys.
I mean,
That's
maybe?
not just random. That's like, they knew what they were doing there.
We
Might
say
be
that
too
it's
obvious.
aggression, and yeah, it's definitely not random. Already
Find the
so
attack up.
cognizant and aware
I think
of
it's
what T1 are
okay
about to
over
do.
towards A sometimes,
The Nightfall,
but
I think, was the signal.
I think
And
I think you
was
need to
just
find a
in
good mix.
position,
You
waiting
might
to
see them
strike
drop
when
the
iron is
attack
hot.
off for a little bit.
So T1
So you want to be able
having
to take a
adjust
lot
now.
of
They've lost their
timings
lead.
as well on the lark.
They've had some great rounds.
It
in
has
this
opened
first
up some
half,
rounds though, and maybe if they played a little bit
but
more
onto the
passive
attack, I mean,
and gave it some
how-
more chance, it
how
could
do
work
you-
also.
How do you deal with it?
It's a great question.
So
Just
far
too
in the
good with
second
it? Yeah,
half,
that's the thing
you've
as
only
well.
won one round, Paper Thin.
I think,
Hard
yeah,
to-
I think you got to start playing with the map a
Hard
little
to say
bit. I
drop it
think
when
you
he's
gotta
just been doing what he's doing.
make sure there's no early aggression. Set up for some early attempted picks on any PRX push-outs, and then start working.
They might
the
just
map,
need to give
you know,
him more
drift
time
towards
before
A,
other
cut
people
over if you're maybe toward
make plays.
baby door towards B, drift over towards C, you know, rotate back to A, stuff like that. You keep PRX a little bit more off balance. Don't give them the opportunities to kind of set up for you, to put you in
Okay,
their
something
crosshairs,
has a
right? In their
judge.
crossfires.
For
Can't just
the
go in for
knives,
the big
so we've got the
cross,
backup
big
gun. And
punches.
Somebody needs
Without
to be
at
lurking
least,
too.
yeah,
That's the other
not
thing.
too much util use for this though. The
think we
flash
do
goes in
have
terms of the sky
extra
flash and doesn't hit
Rossi
anyone,
on
so
that
they know they
job
get A for
now.
free. And PRX
This is what
Good
they need to do.
ideas.
This is
are
exactly
very
what
much
they need to do.
expecting what I
Good
thought
ideas
might
from
happen in
Coach
terms of
Adam,
the B, because it's like, well, that's the only site that hasn't really been tried yet. So they
Collecting
double
the
stack
orb.
over towards B.
PRX has
With
no
the flash
choice to
that
let
didn't
them-
hit A, they literally just gamble stack with
Now
that
you can side player
information.
one away from a
Scatter
showstopper.
nade goes in,
He's
doesn't
gonna be
break
left
any
as the
trip.
anchor over here to try to buy a little bit of attention.
D1 might
He's
make
looking
the
for
play
that
here
anchor.
as
He'd
well.
love to
Wow,
get
that's
that, and then he can
wild,
maybe
by the way.
showstopper in and really
Second,
sell this
sorry,
game.
Exgert's been holding this the
I'm
whole
thinking
time, and
about
then just as he goes away, they decide to push a little bit
Alright,
aggro.
side player.
Omen Flash goes in, Skydog clears all of this
Satchel's
one as well, and
away,
they're going to feel like they have a
PRX
timing
hears it, they
towards
read
A,
the
and as they can
movements.
see,
Mind
well,
Freak
as we can see,
instantly
it's
goes
clear,
over
but
onto Baby Door just to
they're
check.
still going to have to check everywhere.
Still a little bit worried about something with this judge. Oh, ooh, okay.
This guy didn't get seen from that, though.
Airstrike's back in. Paper Thin, I am so nervous.
I can tell.
It's pretty much like if you see that, if you see
It's okay,
even just a
spike
sliver of
planted.
the head, you know that you've been seen, but if you don't see any of the head, and
Oh no!
Oh,
Now
boy.
he got a lot of cover.
No, no,
oh,
no!
lovely
my God.
dash away.
So lucky that showstopper
Great
didn't hit.
mechanics to dodge it.
Good luck on
But he
sight.
knows he has to watch out for a Saya player still. T1 building up on this.
Shot.
One enemy
Off of
remaining.
Autumn's
Huge smoke
strat
as well.
calling. Carpe
Whoa.
executing it. Everyone pushing up forward now.
I'm
They have
telling
the
you, that
sight.
shot was outrageous.
It's gonna run out of time.
Slow and steady default.
I want to
into
see. I
E
want
just
him to
works
just
out
make a
well.
clip, just because the
Something,
he
yeah.
might not make the replay.
I mean, he's got the
Should
judge
make the
anyway, so
replay.
it's not the worst thing in the world. Storm already popped, so might as well try to go for some kills, but T1, great adjustments
Okay.
coming through.
exactly what I wanted to see.
Much better. Maybe PRX won't.
Worked great.
I mean,
I love it.
they gamble
Coach
stacked a
Autumn,
little bit here. I'm not sure they need to do that.
Highly rate him in the way that he works with this team, the way he gets them into the right places. Sometimes they kind of lose their heads a bit. And now he's like, wait a minute, guys. Hold on. We don't need to play into PRX's game. We don't need to be dragged down in the mud. You know, we need to kind of rise above it all, keep our feet dry, and play
Defense
a
op.
little bit more of a consistent game.
Attack
It
op
works
still.
that time. Now, what's going to be the adjustment for PRX? Well,
Yeah,
take a
actually
little bit
putting
of a
numbers behind, but this time the Sky Flash as well goes over towards A, doesn't hit anyone. It looks like they want to go all the way aggro, or just set one up. Okay, set one up. And this is one of the things that this comp struggles at, is when someone gets close in this box. And aim down here, you gotta use an early prowler. Oh, this was nice. Dog went in, and then to bait out them swinging to shoot the dog to get information early, there's an op holding it. That was very smart.
Around C, Saya player just trying to do the same thing that he did before in case PRX pushes out, but nobody's found. Forsaken goes for a bit of stray, trace around spotted, and PRX knows. Good positioning so far from PRX.
He was half a second away from getting that kill, was Forsaken. If he had pulled that trigger just a little bit sooner, he might have found one. Already seen a couple through the smokes.
Right.
They got to work the map, but now PRX has planted their feet. They're not really biting on much. Devi gonna get this kill. Yep.
I mean, he's trying to work the map.
It's 4v5, they want to take a risk with it.
They know that they are running out of options. Don't want to go to A because the operator's there. B has been blocked off. No choice but to barrel through
to heaven.
C, but that's where Forsaken is. Extra good shots. But when it comes down to it, running out of space, running out of time, Izu.
Bit of an overkill with the ult, especially with the 15 seconds down when he saw the spike. The spike was behind Mound. There's a chance.
It's
just PRX things for sure. 2 chances to close this one out, and it's been an insanely dominant defense half. Only 2 buy rounds right now. Dude, he even peaked before the dogs turned the corner.
So they have that information, so they know that they don't have to commit to anything else, and they can hang on. And you get that pick onto Rossi, you know he's probably going to be on the edge, so you know you can stay at C. The change up in the tripwires there for Forsaken also very good because it caught the landing zone of Saya, gave him a free kill.
Okay.
It's a lot of those little things.
It's precisely like you said, but right now T1 going back to those lurks that we wanted to see from Execute before. Operator versus operator. Well, not an operator this time. But nonetheless, a bit of a lurk. T1 trying to work the map.
They've done a good job of keeping something off balance with that operator for the most part.
Look at something as well. Just goes close, breaks the trip that he had here, and now he just holds the angle. So all the pressure that they did over towards B pretty much gets reversed.
So you know it's not B, so you can kind of put 2-2, right? You know it's not going to be coming B, so you can hold 2A, 2C, or wherever you feel like they're going to go. In fact, they're making a great read here. Jing already making his way over to A.
Yeah.
And they were tempted to keep the Viper here to have the option of wrapping back into B.
Really work their way around this?
I think they were too scared of getting picked up off by the op, so now they group over towards A, and their pretty much only option is to just force into A. But there is 3 people with an Omen that has Omen Flash.
Carefully clear and check every single one of these bounds. First of all, tree going through. Paranoid's been sent out. Trades coming in.
Lovely duels, man. Lovely rounds, and Jing with confidence at the end. PRX take this map. I was not expecting that. Very nice from them.
Ends out the first map. This was T1's
yeah,
map
just
pick,
stacked defense half.
Exactly how